Hi friends, it's Sunny. Welcome, welcome. Wonderful to see you today. So the figure that I would like to focus on in today's video is called a promenade link. It's in Tango. It's the first step in silver syllabus. I'll go over the leads part and the ladies part, our footwork, inside and outside of partner. I'll talk about some common mistakes that are easy to fix for both lead and follow, and I'll cover some leads in and out, figures that can precede and follow this figure that are going to feel best, and I'm sharing that from the follows perspective because we not only want the dancing to look good, we want it to feel good too for your girl. So let's get started. There are two of these primary types of links in Tango. So this is different than that progressive link that you probably first learned in bronze. That progressive link looked like this. Turn to promenade. The promenade link goes from promenade position to closed. And our next steps forward inside of the partner. Whereas after the progressive link, my next step out is in promenade position. So I could even do these back to back. It wouldn't be great floor craft, but I could do a progressive link and a promenade link, and a progressive link and a promenade link. Okay? So leads, our footwork, I'll show from several different angles. We're heading out in promenade position. The angles vary depending on what comes first, but I'll show into the camera. Forward with the left heel. Forward and through with the right heel. Then we'll close with that inside edge of your left ball. I'll show that again from a couple different angles. We go forward in promenade. We go forward in promenade, and we close. Okay, I'll show that this way. So this is our new dance. We are in promenade, and we close. Okay. So a couple common mistakes. Firstly, a lot of leads drag their lady behind them. I would say 95%. That would look something like this. And she's not back here. She actually has a frontal connection to you, even in promenade position. So make sure, put your right arm out, your left arm out, bend that right elbow. That creates a space for your girl. If you hold her here, behind you, it's very hard for her to follow. And she's gonna end up with more of an Argentine tango connection than an international style connection. Okay, the next easy fix leads, super common mistake. At least 90% of the leads do this. They turn the back foot to the partner in promenade position. So if this were your line of dance coming at you, we don't want that right foot pointing to your girl. We want our right foot pointing 30 degrees line we're going to travel. So if I were traveling down the boards, go ahead and zoom in on my feet. We can see both feet are parallel with each other and they're heading this way, not this way, this way. Both feet retain this angle, and the shoulders are to the girl, not the feet, not the head. The head stays in promenade position, looking where you're going. The feet are 30 degrees, and the shoulders are to your girl, and then we retain this top line we talked about here. Okay? Leads. If you do a little stretch at home, this is definitely going to help all of your promenade positions and all of the dances. Go ahead and put your right side to a mirror at home or the TV. And we're going to turn, we're just going to do this little stretch. You do this a couple times a day, it's going to make you a much better lead. We don't want to have to fight our own inflexibility when we're dancing. We always want to be able to go a little bit more than the dancing moves would require us to do. I mean, as lead, you're naturally built with a little more muscles up here, so it's going to take a little more effort and stretching from you to get to that level of flexibility you'll need to be a super good dancer. Okay? Leads, another challenge I see sliding feet. That would look like this and being mid-weight. And in tango, we actually lift and place every step. So we're going to stay on the back foot for the first step. We're pushing, and pulling. We're not toe flat, heel slide, and pull. That would be more of a waltz look. It feels a little bit like marching band. I'm actually going to slightly lift and place every step. Another common mistake, pretty easy to fix if you just practice at home, is controlling the fall of the feet. So I see a lot of what I call foot flopping, and I'll show from this angle. Same figure. We don't want to go heel flat, heel flat. We want to control the fall of that foot, even though it is quick in tango. So we're going to go slow and quick. So when I do slow, I really carefully control the fall of that foot. That's a lot easier for her to feel, and it's going to be more graceful. When you do that, what I call foot flop, you end up with a little bit of Tourette's syndrome on the top, something like foot flop, foot flop. And we really want to still top line in tango. So it's still, and it's still. Okay? Ladies, our part. So, and I'll show from a couple different angles, don't worry. We're starting in promenade position. We're heading forward, down line of dance, promenade, slightly behind him on our right heel. We go through in promenade on our left heel. Then we swivel to close using that left ball, swivel, 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 and I exit with my right foot free. And ladies, whenever I go back in tango, I assume turn in with the right foot. It's possible he'll lead a natural turning figure, but it's not as common. So I'll finish that with a slight turn in. Okay, so ladies, once again, forward, forward, close. Okay. So from this angle, this is our new line of dance. Heel, heel, and this will be the inside edge of my ball, and I'm heading back into something that probably is going to go back, turn into left and right foot. So ladies, my big easy fixes for you. I also see the foot flop with the ladies, something like this. Foot flop, foot flop. So we want to control the fall of that heel. That would look like this for lady. Heel, heel, swivel. Little cheat I can use to make this look extra cool and zippy, especially for competitors. I feed the right side to him when I rotate that third step. So I'll show what that looks like, and I'll say here, forward, forward, and I'm gonna slam this right side at him, over rotate it, crank, 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 crank that right side at him, and lift the elbows super duper high in tango, really for all the figures. We're low in the legs in this dance, lower than all the other dances. I'm always lower than my lead is because my legs are probably a little shorter than his. So that'll help you get those big strides. It'll also help your standing leg action make you feel lighter in his arm, because it'll help delay when you place that foot. And just like the other dances as lady, when I feel something rotate, I over-rotate it. I over-rotate my follow. It's very easy for him to stop my rotation. If I don't rotate as much as he was hoping, he's gonna start engaging his arm and pulling you, and once he gets in that zone, it's hard to escape. So go ahead and help him out by over-rotating. You'll feel lighter in his arm. And I do that by feeding this rib forward to him, not by dropping anything or taking anything away from him. So I have a pretty strong frontal connection to him the whole time, in this figure and all figures in the tango, with this right lowest rib. So I'm thinking my boobs are my personal space, my ribs belong to him, and I'm gonna shove that at him. I've got at least 4 pounds at least into him, depends on the figure. So I'll show that again, ladies. This time I'm going down line this way. I'm in promenade, I swivel If I'm competing, I'm kind of expecting when this figure is gonna come in my routine. It'll help you out as a couple, ladies, if you step longer on step 2. Harder to do socially because the leads aren't as clear, but that would look like this. Forward, step big as you can. Here, ladies, step 2. It'll make swiveling around him a little easier, okay? Also, ladies, every time I'm on promenade, I want to lift that left elbow farther than I think it should be, especially in tango because we're so low and we have this special connection with that left hand behind his arm. So I'll show what that looks like. This is what I see a lot of. Instead, think about putting that left elbow ahead of your body. That'll help keep it high. And go ahead and point it to the ceiling. It won't get that high, but go ahead and try here for this. Or if you're practicing alone, even if you do this, it's gonna help get you in the right mojo. So when you're dancing with him, it'll be a lot lighter in his arms and look a little more competitive. Okay, now I want to talk about how to get in and out. I talked about the easiest lead in and out, which was just that bronze progressive link, but we can do fancier things. If I were competing in bronze, I would probably go into that from a twist turn. I'll show what that would look like. So here's the twist turn, and I would follow it with the promenade link. That would be a little more of a competitive combo. An exit, a super easy exit would just be a walk out on the left foot. If I were competing, I would probably do a reverse turn outside of partner following that. So I'll show what that would look like. And I'll do that down line of dance this way. So, promenade link, to reverse turn, outside of partner. So you have a little swiveling quick figure and then more of a graceful traveling figure. It looks nice competitively to mix those figures of kind of rotation, flight, shape. Instead of doing flight, 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 shape, 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 you want to mix it up. Show the judges you can do it all. If I were doing gold, for example, I might do a follow-away reverse slip pivot instead, a little bit fancier exit. Probably wouldn't do that socially unless you're familiar with your partner, but I'll show what that combo would look like. Okay, so I'll show, for example, a 5-step, or promenade link, and a follow-away reverse slip pivot. So this is like a classic gold syllabus combo that we can incorporate this promenade link into. So here's your 5-step. Here's your promenade link. And here is your follow-away reverse slip pivot. And off you go to the races. So, hope that's been helpful. If you have any questions or other topics you'd like me to cover in future videos, just shoot me a line. I'd love to help you out. Miss you guys, love you, have an awesome day. If you enjoyed today's video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye guys.